thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for February 13th through the 19th. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to connect and see what messages are coming up here for the week ahead. Keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does and leave what doesn't. So we're going to connect here. One more shuffle. And see what we have coming up for the Leo collective. We're going to move you all just a little bit closer. First card coming up is the Eight of Wands. This also came up for Scorpio. So that being said, because you have the same cards, there could be a similar situation. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, you may want to check out their weekly forecast. If you have Scorpio placements, you might want to check out that forecast. But Eight of Wands did come up for them. Eight of Wands is going to be a card about things happening quickly. Blocks are out of the way. There's no more hurdles. We can expect for things to move forward rather quickly. And there's a sense of passion, adventure, sometimes even travel. So Leo, the feeling that I'm getting around this card for you all is I feel there's a sense of like impulsiveness. But impulsiveness in the sense of like wanting more adventure, wanting more action. So I feel like some of you Leos are deciding that you want to be spontaneous and you're just wanting to do something unexpected or something like to change things up. I feel like Leo is hungry for some excitement and you're creating it. You're making it for yourself. Okay? That's the vibe that I'm getting around this card for the Leo collective. And so I feel like you're changing things up. You're shaking things up. You're doing something out of the ordinary. Maybe even out of something that other people don't expect. Like, what? I never thought you would be interested in, getting into that, or I never knew you wanted to go there, or I didn't think you were someone who traveled, like whatever it might be. Like this decision may be something that other people are surprised by, or they just didn't see you as being that way or into that kind of thing. So I feel like it's something that's a big change that like you're ready for. You're like, I need it. I need this change. Like I need to break up this monotone life. And so I feel like you're taking some steps to create adventure in your life and like going for something. Your next card here, interestingly enough, how funny, is the Five of Pentacles. And so Five of Pentacles can come up in a few different ways here around the situation. With the Five of Pentacles, because you're doing something so sudden and you're shaking things up and you're doing something out of the ordinary, Five of Pentacles can indicate that there could be some people who do not agree with your decisions. They don't like what you're doing. They can't deal with it. They can't handle it. And so they may shut you out. They may say, well, you know what? You're not of one of us anymore. Or you know what? Like if you're going to go and do that, don't come back here if it doesn't work out. There could be people who are shutting you out because they don't like this direction. Another way that Five of Pentacles could come up is there could be people who feel like you're turning your back on them. Like you're making this big sudden decision. You're going for this adventure or you're going after something that you have great passion for. And so there could be people who feel left out by you or left behind by you. They might be like, Leo, that's messed up. Like, you're just going to forget about me. You're just going to go. But at the end of the day, we have to do what we have to do. A third way that Five of Pentacles could apply to the energy that's coming up in your reading is there could be that you're making a really big change. You're making a really big shift. You're taking this leap. And Five of Pentacles can be somebody who's like, gonna have your back in this, even if there are people who are turning against you. Now, this card did come up for Scorpio, so maybe if you're dealing with a Scorpio or someone with Scorpio placements, maybe there's a Scorpio that's going to have your back through this and who's like, you know what, Leo, I'm with you. Let's do this. I've got your back. Five of Pentacles can be somebody who's a loyal friend, a loyal lover during difficult and challenging times. The next card that's coming up here for the Leo collective, oh, how funny, is the Magician. The reason why I say it's funny is because we have the Eight of Wands and we had a lot of Wands, and we had the Magician also come up for Scorpio. So you have some similar cards here to Scorpio. If you have Gemini or Virgo placements, you may have big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini or a Virgo who may be a significant soulmate during a significant transition, a significant change that you're going through. Now, the Magician is very much, you guys have heard me refer to it very affectionately as the dumpster fire card. So this is a card that can come up when we are kind of starting things anew. What's not meant for us has been cleared away. There could be some things that have maybe even ended badly, but now is the time for new. Now is the time for calling in the magic into our life. So you might be seeing a lot of confirmations this week. You might be seeing a lot of repeating angel numbers. You might look at the time and it's like 11:11, 1:11, 10:10, 2:22. You might 3:33. You may be having a lot of those repeating numbers you might be seeing on the clock, or you just might be seeing them out and about. Maybe you keep finding pennies everywhere, or seeing butterflies or some kind of animal, spirit messengers. Your angels and guides will send you these little reminders to say, look, Leo, you're manifesting at a really accelerated rate right now. You're manifesting super fast. So it's very important that you make sure you keep your thoughts on where you want to be instead of on the fears, because your thoughts are becoming reality at a very fast rate right now when the Magician card comes up. I do feel here that with these cards, Leo, some of you are doing something that's going to make you very successful. Like very, very successful. And I feel like you're bracing yourself because you're stepping away from certain people to do this. So like, say you were in a business, you may be leaving this business. You may be leaving this business and putting your attention on something new. So this new project or this new business could be really successful, and then the people you walked away from are going to be like, how could you? Or like, you had this idea and you got greedy and you kept it to yourself, and like, we could have done this together. And I feel like some of you were anticipating that. Like, you kind of know that. Like, like, people are going to be upset that I'm not including them in this new endeavor. People are going to be upset that I'm not including them in this idea. But because we have the Major Arcana card here, this tells me you were being guided to do it this way. Like your angels, your guides, your higher self is directing you and saying, no, you need to make this disconnection. For some of you, maybe you're limiting your interactions with people that you find to be counterproductive. Maybe you feel like they bring you down. Maybe you feel like their energy makes you very sad. I feel some of you Leos are looking around at people in your life and you're noticing like, this person always has this problem. Like, this person always has these chaotic relationships. This person is always struggling with money. This person is just always has this issue. This person, whatever it is, like you're seeing people around you where you're like, I'm not judging anybody for having issues, but I've known this person forever. And every time I talk to them, that's all they talk about. All they talk about is how terrible love life is. All they talk about is how terrible their financial situation is. And you're like, they're not growing. They're not growing. They're not healing. And so I feel like you're beginning to pay attention to the people around you that have been in the same situation for the longest time and who just keep talking about it and creating more of it. And so it's like you're disconnecting from those people as well, because you're like, I want to be surrounded around like people who are going to be motivating me. I want to be around people who are talking about like positive things. I want to talk to people who are looking to the future with intention and taking initiative. And so I feel like you're not necessarily stepping away from people because they're disrespecting you, but because you just feel like it's misery. I feel like you're being more aware of the situations that are causing you misery or discouraging you or bringing you down, and you're disconnecting from those. And again, that's just kind of coming in intuitively for the Leo collective. The next card that's coming up here for you all, and this card came up for Taurus. So some of you could be dealing with a Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It could be, if you are dealing with a Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this could potentially be your energy. Um, because for them, the way I felt was Two of Pentacles was someone was like wanting to be with them or wanting to work things out with them, but was really overwhelmed by how to pursue it. So they were trying to use like work situations or business as like a way to talk to Taurus, or spend time with Taurus. Or like trying to forget Taurus by getting really involved in like their work, like keeping busy, like I don't want to have feelings, I don't want to think about this. So you may be in that energy if you are dealing with a Taurus. If you're not dealing with a Taurus, then Two of Pentacles could just be that you've been keeping very busy, you have a lot going on, and Two of Pentacles is reminding you that you need to make time for play, and you need to approach whatever you're doing with joy instead of with pressure, because anytime we approach something with pressure, it's not going to grow. Okay, I'll give you an example. Say you're trying to get a business going, and you're like, well, I need to get 10 more customers this week if I'm going to be able to pay my car payment, right? And you know that, and so you're pushing. Oh, I'll do this for you. Oh, bring me somebody, bring me 5 people and I'll give you this kind of a credit. And like we're pushing in a really frantic way. People are going to pick up on that. But if you're doing something in joy because you enjoy doing it, it makes you happy, people are going to remember that. They're going to gravitate towards like, oh, wow, this feels really good. Oh, I had a really good experience with Leo. I cannot recommend Leo enough. Leo is amazing, right? Then you're going to have all the referrals coming in. Then you're going to have all the business coming in. But if somebody feels like you're just coming in with the sale, you're going in to close the sale, you're going in to like do the upsell, they're not going to be as interested. But if they feel like this is about them and their experience, and like they're connecting with you through that process, then the business is going to grow. So try to come into things with a playful approach. Try to come into things with a heart of joy. Those of you who are about to embark on this new chapter, and you know that there's going to be people who are not happy about it, I feel like some of you are kind of struggling with making that final break because you're concerned about what people are going to say about you. You're concerned that people are going to be talking about you negatively, like you're doing something foolish or you don't know what you're doing, and you have to step out of that thinking, right? Why continue to live a life of misery or a life of stagnation because you're concerned about what other people are going to be saying about you, right? I feel like some of you need to kind of work on not being as concerned about how other people are going to view the situation or what other people are going to think about the situation, because chances are they're just jealous. They're jealous that they're not included. They're jealous that you're not choosing them. They're jealous that you have the courage to go for something exciting. So let them say whatever they're going to say. You might want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign. Sometimes your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. There's a link in the description of the video, several links that will take you to the different videos that are available on the channel. It'll be easier to find. And if you would like to schedule a private reading with me, now might be a good time to do it. I am extending the sale I announced a little bit ago, and the description has listed the regular prices and the sale prices. You can compare, and you can click on the link that will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, Leo.